Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We're still building up here. Still trying to get our infamy down. Hey, success on compulsory primary school. That is excellent. Pleased about that. Let's take a second and see if making a protectorate out of East Africa. It's going to be 25 infamy, but that's not that much. And I could grab all of this territory. I'm actually going to wait. But if I only grab a chunk, then it'll be less later. Plus, I can develop the rubber here directly. Yeah, I think that might be the play, actually. Yep, that's what we're going to do. If I steal just this state, it's 20.3. Gosh, that's so much. The temptation has never been higher to just puppet the place. We're actually developing at a good clip with a good surplus. So I think it might be time to increase the size of our construction industry. So let's see, where have we got labor available? Diyarbakir for sure. El Zahum. Where are we going to develop a lot? Tabriz definitely has the capacity for being developed. And that'll get us up to a nice even 60. Let's go ahead and do it. And then we'll pop the canal up to the top, just to make sure. Unavoidable injuries. With the government push for compulsory primary school, adult men have been pressed to cover the gap they would leave behind, that the children would leave behind. However, their bodies are too large and their fingers too wide for it, and industrial accidents have been increasing. Their screams filled the factory, their blood covered the machines as if they had a heart of their own. It's the 10th time in a week that a man cuts his fingers trying to operate some tiny machinery previously manipulated only by the slender hands of a child. The protests have been rising. If not them, then it's us. No one should be doing this kind of work. This increases enactment time significantly and reduces enactment chance. Or children aren't coming back, so they better get used to it. This increases enactment chance, increases enactment time, and radicalizes pops in Eastern Thrace, the capital. I think that's going to be worth it. I like that enactment chance. Let's do it. Kablamzo. Alright. Still at good, solid chances. The industrialists are against it, but I think we can live with that, friends. Ooh. USA are rivaling Britain. Yeah, that's right. This is our thick Mexico run. Mexico, can we not be friends? Better friends? We're still pretty good friends. Trade agreement? Customs union? No. They're cautious. What do you need, Mexico? You're in your own market. What do you need? You need steel. I got steel. You need engines, glass, coal, luxury furniture, and clothes and tools I can provide. Steel, luxury furniture, clothes, and tools. Steel. Luxury furniture. Luxury clothes. Oh no. But I can certainly make some money selling luxury clothes elsewhere. Regular clothes. And I can sell those in Italy. And tools. And Venezuela is improving relations. Oh, that's interesting. Inactive from the Italian market. Why have you... Man, I have a bunch of unprofitable trade routes here. Hold up. I'm exporting wine to France. Bananas. This trade route's decreasing. This is this one. Okay, and those have reset to profitable. And an unprofitable, couple of unprofitable oil routes, but those will go back. Okay. Okay. And this one, why are you inactive? Why are you inactive, though? I don't know. It's fine. Steam-powered thresher machines. Wonderful. Alright, Mexico, how about now? Trade agreement. Not completely disinterested. You still cautious? Yeah, you're still cautious. Alright, well, it's a process. Let's see what building those new construction sectors did to my market. Engines are still crazy expensive. Gosh, and also golly, where are these engines? What's going on here? Motor industries. Excellent. We're on voting already. That's wonderful. Right. Open earth process, that's mostly going to be profitable. Let's do it. Unprofitable. I have increased the price of iron significantly. Let's go ahead and pump our iron mines. Let's see. Albania I can max out. We got some bureaucracy. Very good. That's helped our financial situation significantly. Let's see. Erzurum, we can definitely build up mining industry there. Just going to put the iron mines on top above the other stuff so that we can continue to grow that industry whilst our motor industries are growing. Got a little dip in loyalists. Not super pleased about that, but I think that's this movement here. Old age pensions is much weaker in terms of radicalization. The movement to preserve restricted child labor over compulsory primary school is pretty strong, but I've got to keep getting this literacy amount increasing. How much innovation are we outputting? We're outputting 155, so we're at our maximum, and then we're getting quite a bit from spread. Ooh, we have an Islamic party. That's interesting. So who is the Islamic party? Islamic party is just the Sunni ulema. Alright, well that's just fine then. In fact, I think that should be just fine. They've broken off from the rural folk, and they will possibly be irrelevant, and that will be just fine. Just fine indeed. Intelligentsia are powerful. That's a perfectly fine state for our country to be in. Developing a pretty solid gold reserve at this point. We're about halfway to our maximum. It's pretty good. I think that's going to mean increasing construction industry further is going to be the play, but I don't want to run myself out of available labor. I got 2.86 million peasants and a small number of unemployed, so I can definitely increase that. Over-enthusiastic partisans. Supporters of the Conservative Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. I'm a simple party man, that's all. I know who I like and I know who I don't like. I know I want my people to win and their people to lose. Crackdown on Conservative Party activities. This gives them minus 10% momentum. Let them continue unmolested. This reduces the strength and approval of the rural folk. I'm going to crack down because the Conservative Party's got the landowners in it. And you know I don't like those guys. little dip in legitimacy. Curious. Maybe we had the leader of the intelligentsia retire, and our new intelligentsia guy is a nihilist. That's interesting. Strongly endorse state atheism. Might go that way. Ragged schools. In our progress towards the enactment of compulsory primary school, ragged schools have been avidly suggested throughout the country. These charitable institutions would provide food and education to our society's most destitute children. There's only one way these poor children without connections or family can make a way through society: education. If they don't know how to write their name, we'll teach them how to sign. If they don't know how to read, we'll teach them how to stay informed. If a kid like this cannot get food, we'll get him a job. Such a pious matter must be handled by the Sunni ulema. This increases enactment chance and makes them a lot more powerful. A wonderful initiative that should be handled by the teachers. Makes clergymen, pops, and Eastern Thrace more radical, but it makes the intelligentsia happy at the cost of the Sunni ulema. Or we don't really need those. This makes everyone mad. We'll go with the first one. I want to get that enactment... with the second one. I want to get that enactment chance, but I don't want to give a bunch of power to the Sunni ulema. Italy wants an alliance. Italy, you know what? I'm in. Let's do it. Italy's the primary world power, I think, at this point. We're number 2. Who's ranked 1 on here? British Republic made it back up. Well, good on you, Britain. You get him. Where's my infamy at? Infamy is at 8.8. East Africa has a pretty small army. On the other hand, puppeting them is extremely, extremely tempting. I'd have to wait another year and change. Can I wait a year and change? No, I cannot. They will not accept. 20.3 infamy. Gosh, that's so much. I'm going to need to wait until I'm below 5. Now, at that point, it's only going to be a year. So I might as well wait an additional year. Okay. I got myself sorted. I've got a plan. I've got a plan in mind. East Africa is going to be mine. Interestingly, French East Africa is just Madagascar at this point, which is interesting. Hey, Scotland, do you want to be my hero? Baby? We're in a trade agreement. Can't try to make them a protectorate because we're already in a different diplomatic play together. Oh, hold up. What's this? America's trying to make a protectorate of Scotland. Oh my gosh. I could force America to ban slavery. Hold on. I need to take a look at my options here. Hold on. So, they're infamous. Our relations are not great. They are still a slave country. So what does their military look like? Got a pretty substantial military, I must say. My GDP is about twice their size, but their navy's bigger than mine. Let's see, their capital's Philly, which is curious. So what kind of armed forces do they have? They are packing trench infantry and lancers, which makes them about at the point I'm at. Dragoons. Trench infantry. Trench infantry. Shrapnel artillery, trench infantry. I'm not seeing a lot of... Oh, interesting. I can't look at the conscription center's breakdown. Okay, but what else Will Scotland potentially give me liberate subject Indian Territory or Liberia? Transfer subject. Could have them transfer Liberia. That would be nice. But it would be some. Not going to regime change the USA. Am I going to be able to get a war goal if we do this? You know what? I'm going to wait. I think I might not involve myself in this after all. Kindly burn this letter. Enver Pasha, a prominent member of the Conservative Party, has been accused of gross corruption. He strenuously denied all allegations until damning letters surfaced signed by him. Yes, I'm willing to discuss the contents of these letters with the committee, if only I am given time to study the content of those letters in my personal chambers first. Of course, on my honor, I will not alter or destroy any of the evidence. Honest. The Conservative Party should stand by Enver Pasha and deny everything, or Enver Pasha should be isolated to protect the rest of the Conservative Party. I'm going to go with the first one. That's going to cost them some momentum, and that's overall going to be good. Conservative Party is pretty low on momentum. Looks like Islamic Party has the most momentum. Freedom and Accord's doing pretty well. We'll see how this goes overall. Agrarian Party is super duper low momentum. We'll see what becomes of all this. We're going to get one more check right before on compulsory primary school right before the election, so I'm hoping that pans out. Still building up our tasty canal. I think it might be time to build us some more construction industry, because we've got plenty. We'll build up our most built up areas already. Alright, I'm going to let this be for now. The USA being in the British Republic's backyard is not a problem for me whatsoever. In fact, Prussia's in another one of its forever wars with the South German Confederation. So, let's go ahead and put all that construction industry at the top of the queue. Except, of course, for the Suez Canal, which we'll build in very, very short order. The Invisible Cry. Due to inhuman conditions that children face in their workplaces, many families in Eastern Thrace have chosen to hide their offspring in hopes of them not being sent... I wasn't fast enough. Islamic Party gets the most. Interesting. We're going to see how that shakes out in a second. Have chosen to hide their offspring in hopes of them not being sent to work. They told us to stay quiet, sir, so that's what we did. My brother and I stood there, quiet as a tomb, you see. I held my breath as much as I could, but it was too dark, so I figured they'd already left. They wouldn't find us here, you see. That's what Mama said. But it was too dark, sir, and it was cold. Children? What children? 10% enactment chance, hidden children. Or it'd be a shame if they were to hide in these abandoned homes. 10% enactment chance, and the industrialists get weaker. I'm going to go with that second one. I haven't been having much luck with the industrialists recently. But let's take a look at how our politics have changed. Still doing pretty well. Hold on. Let's wait until the election turns over, until the week turns over, and see if that... There we go. Okay, so I've got the Islamic Party in power. They're reformers. Freedom and Accord Party. So my strongest coalition is still the Agrarian Party and the Freedom and Accord Party. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because that's going to put me above 75. And that's going to be the best way to keep my legitimacy high enough to get those tasty ticking loyalists. So that's what we're going to do. Free Trade Party still chilling over here with a positivist in charge. No, I didn't think that would work. All right. Cool. So we're where we want to be with that. Government is legitimate. We're going to give it one more year to knock our infamy all the way down. And then we're going to grab mastery over East Africa. Iron mines taking their sweet time getting built, but it is what it is. I keep increasing the size of the construction sector. Rubber rush. Rubber has been successfully grown in East Borneo. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult-to-meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. The Amazonian rubber monopoly is finally over. Those beautiful trees have decided to grow elsewhere after multiple unsuccessful attempts, those stubborn little things, and now it is our duty to end those greedy tycoons' empires. This place seems to be the most effective. I'm going to be doing that. It's the same. I don't know if frankly, I don't remember if I've read that Rubber Rush before. Oh, Brunei's finally finished. Alright. Sorry. I'm getting distracted. Friends, I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to get my infamy down so that I can invade East Africa. I'm not going to get distracted with all the tasty, tasty colonial conquests. What if I annexed my subjects? Once we got East Africa, we'll do a round of subject annexations. I want to grab Tripolitania, Tunis, and the Trucial states. And then I'll have sort of full control over the Middle East and North Africa. How's the market doing? The old market. Still not where we want to be for rubber. Rubber rush means we can build more of these things, right? No. That's right. That's why I was trying to grab a chunk of Western Borneo. But it'll have to wait, because I've got to get me a colony. A proper colony in Africa. And that's going to be East Africa. Oil discovered in Oman. East Africa is French East Africa. Yes, that's right. Scotland is losing their war, mostly due to their high radical count. And the game's going like, you can establish a new company, but my friend, the new company I want to establish is the freaking Suez Canal company. I want that canal real bad. I want that canal real bad. Spain is trying to puppet the Ashanti people. That's interesting. Got some interesting states over here. Dissenters break ranks. Ah, gosh, a stall event. To outsiders, the Sunni ulema may appear firmly committed to the idea of compulsory primary school, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now a clique of dissenters have finally had enough, and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of the reform. For how long have we stood together? How many times have we lent a willing hand your way? Yet our own concerns are left unanswered, our own desires left unmet. If we shall not be heard here, we shall be so elsewhere. Splitters, may the devil take them. This weakens the Sunni ulema, but also reduces enactment chance. Loosen the purse strings. Perhaps we can lure some of them back. This costs some cash and reduces enactment chance a little. Or we can offer them custodianship over a new draft, and I'm going to do this. This is going to give us increased enactment success chance and increased enactment time. It'll give us a setback, but we're already in voting with 55% success chance, so I'm pretty confident about that. At last, we have unlocked the telephone, and that means we are headed directly to radio in 22 months. This is going to give us a really significant increase in our military capability because it's going to unlock the the siege artillery. We still don't have the capacity to go directly to NCO training, but we could go to automatic machine gun. Recoil mechanisms for the artillery foundry, that's pretty neat. And then Machine gunners mobilization option. Oh, that's radical. Yeah, I think we're definitely queuing that up next. And we got landing craft spreading to us, which is just wonderful. I think we're going to be... Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident. I'm feeling quite confident. It's going to take us about one more year. Maybe a little less. I think I'll take us through to when our infamy finally hits 0 to do what we want to do. French Republic still has this treaty port here from back when this territory was held by a country called Persia, which I don't love, but on the other hand, our relations with the French Republic are pretty solid. You know, no, that's too much. That's too much influence. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah, you're belligerent. Let's be rivals. Give me that extra influence. Give me some extra infamy decay. Finally getting our iron mines built. I think it's time to get our farms automated. So let's go ahead and do... Oh, man. This is actually really, really efficient. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and increase our efficiency here in all these areas. We can also do barbed wire fences over here, livestock ranches, which I'm going to go ahead and do. They're not going to have low productivity. You just think they're going to have low productivity. Vineyards should all be in automatic irrigation and publicly traded. Ooh. So I need to be careful about this, because transportation is now a local good. The other hand, if I set these using Steam Donkey, that'll use engines and coal. I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm going to wait on that for now. I'm going to wait and let that go. Hey! Compulsory primary school. Excellent. We've got plenty of institutional capacity. So let's go ahead and increase education. We've already got home affairs up to kind of as high as it can go. We're about 611 per level, so we can afford 2 additional levels. I'm inclined to go healthcare. What's my spending on welfare right now? Virtually none. But I'm, you know me, I'm always leery of putting too much investment in healthcare. Let's go, in welfare. Let's go ahead in... I meant to say welfare there. Let's go ahead and put in 1 level of healthcare, and we'll leave 1 level open for now. I think we can... Cool. We're continuing to boost up the oil industry right now. Let me see. And there's socialism unlocked. So that should maybe potentially make the trade unions relevant. We'll find out, though, I suppose. Yeah, now we got philosophical pragmatism spreading. Is that good for anything? Philosophical pragmatism, what's it good for? Extra influence, that's not bad. Reduced bureaucracy cost multiplier, I don't think that's good. But we'll find out, I suppose. War in the Mud removed from the journal. Excellent. That's my favorite thing. I love it when I'm not in a war in the mud. Some kind of mud war. Some kind of war muddingsman. Georgian separatist movement. Where are you going to break away? Cars. You're going to break away in cars. Well, Wait, hold up. I need to be careful about this. Because if I let this go too far... Hold up. 53%, excess 3%. So this is going to get 3% per week? 7%. Okay, interesting. Can I... If I cut this consumption tax, and then suppress... Turmoil is not high enough. Okay, that's curious. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't foresee a problem involving this, so what I'm going to do... Okay, what's my infamy at now? 2.1. So my two options are, I can wait till the end of my present of the Georgian succession. This is going to take like 15 weeks to break out. I will get down to 0 naturally if I simply wait. So I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And this will get high enough, and then when we hit 0, we'll pop this, and that will put us technically in 2 wars at once. On the other hand, I don't think anyone's going to oppose us seriously in the Georgian Succession War. So I think as long as we've got one army available, we should be able to have what we need to have. It's turned over into January now. I'm going to let this episode get a little bit longer. We've got a lot of diplomatic mitigation for our infamy situation, so we should be getting down pretty fast. On the... Dang. Time it right. Probably should have popped it earlier, but... We're at 1.2. So I really want to be at 0 when I pop this, but I can't go too long because I don't want to be... So we got 4 more weeks on this. I'm going to wait until March. I'm going to wait until March, and then I'm going to pop the diplomatic play over here. And then we'll see what happens. So I guess this is going to be a slightly longer episode, but it is what it is. Oh boy, I'm cutting it real close here. All right. Hi there, hello. I shouldn't say that. That's someone else's tagline. Not tagline, you know what I mean. Alright. Hassa Ordusu. You're going over here. 6th Ottoman Army. You're getting mobilized. And French East Africa, I don't think you have much of a real army. Skirmish infantry. Have you got anywhere with real artillery? Skirmish infantry again. Skirmish infantry. Okay, you have shrapnel artillery. Not much of it, though. I'm going to bet Hassa Ordusu can do it by itself, and if it becomes a problem, we'll let it go. And we'll leave the 6th Ottoman Army to deal with the Georgian succession. Secession, not succession. This is not a succession. There we go. Alright, so, Georgian uprising. You have basically none battalions. You do have barracks. They're full of trench infantry. Alright, so 6th Ottoman Army. We'll put you over here. We're going to see how that goes. Let's take a look. Trucial Proletarian Revolt. Well, that is inconvenient. We'll pull the 7th Ottoman Army to deal with that situation. I don't think the Trucial Proletarian Revolt has any troops. Yeah, none. Alright, so 2 battalions for the 7th Ottoman Army will be useful. Will be sufficient in order to deal with that. I'm just going to check my mobilization options because it's been a while since we've seen this. I don't need Forced march. Don't have any capacity for special recon. Sorry, I should go through this a little slower. Italy says ban slavery in East Africa in exchange for support? Absolutely. With pleasure. So once again, taking a look at these mobilization options. In supplements, we've got all the supplements we could possibly desire. Supplies. French Republic sides with East Africa. Well, that is unfortunate, France. I hope you're ready for a fight. Prussia sides with East Africa. Well, golly, you all are just really overreacting to this situation, I must say. I feel like you are all overreacting. Italy. You nerds. You've abandoned me. Abandoned me, I say. And nobody wants to sway either. Gosh, this might really be a problem. Prussia declared me a rival. Well, goodness, Prussia, y'all need to dial it back. Okay, so the Anatolo, this is the Rumeli Ordosu. Hold on. The Anatolo Ordosu is on the way, but the Rumeli Ordosu is remaining here. So what we're going to do, in the capital, I'm going to put y'all on the front. Hassa Ordosu is on the front, but this front still doesn't... Okay, you're there. Just going to give this a second to make sure these units get where they're supposed to be. Anyway, hopefully this, the Georgian uprising will be sorted out pretty soon. Captured light and shadow. The interest in photographic arts throughout the Ottoman Empire has spawned many new artistic movements experimenting with the technology. It can perhaps seem too harsh to capture reality as the human eye perceives it, without any of the love or mercy of the human heart softening the image. However, by moving that responsibility from the artist to the observer, we hope to make people more aware of the contents of their own hearts. This should be a new tool for reporters everywhere. This gives us tech spread for society. We should capture the beauty of the Ottoman Empire. This gives us migration attraction. We should put our efforts toward making these pictures come alive, which gives us tech progress towards film. I'm going to say capture the beauty of the Ottoman Empire. We got a good ratio over here. Oh, cripes. We got an unattended front over here, though, which is not great. I think I'm going to grab this army and put them over here for now. Just to grab this treaty port. I am going to raise conscripts for the army of Anatolia, just so that we can get that area properly locked down. And we're going to raise conscripts for the Hassa Ordosu as well. This... Okay, we do have artillery available. It's shrapnel artillery for now, but again, we'll have access to siege artillery once we complete radio. I think all of our other fronts are going to be fine. There are a lot of French troops moving, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Still nobody interested in having a sway. I should never have let Italy join me on this. This is all Italy's fault. Mexico wants a trade agreement. Absolutely, Mexico, I would love a trade agreement. So here's the Trucial Proletarian Revolt. That's going to pop... Well, no, the Georgian Uprising is going to pop first, which is actually fine, because I'm hoping this army will... Can you all... subjects, can you please go to a front that's not completely a foregone conclusion here? Can y'all maybe fight the French? The people who are going to potentially cause, you know, a problem? No? Okay, then. And there's the war over France, and here's the Trucial Proletarian Revolt. So, we have some trade routes that are inactive, so we'll just go ahead and cancel those straight out. It's indubitably going to make our customs union a little silly right now. Where do we want our fleets? We actually have 2 fleets. Let's go ahead and have this fleet. We did have convoy sinkage, and I didn't see where, which is on me. It's really my fault. We'll go ahead and deploy them to our main sea node here. And then the second Ottoman fleet. You're primarily a... We're going to put these both in our main sea node right now. We'll see how that goes. If things need to be... need to get going, we'll send them out. With that having been said, though, I think we're going to have a war megasode next time, because this has all just gotten buck wild over here. So, we'll get into that at the beginning of next time. But for the moment, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I will see you all on the other side.